Hello, hello. We are gonna try to do like maybe one of the missions today. Have about an hour to play, so that's kind of what I'm doing.
Let Sam poop enraged face. Greeting smiling face with smiling eyes.
I don't know if I've ever, since I've started live streaming, if he's got to use the bathroom. So maybe I should. Maybe I should let him before he gets sick.
Hit like.
I always like seeing like what happens if you max out the stamina.
Has probably uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's probably sick. We'll definitely we'll send him to the showers. I kind of forget since like I don't ever use the grenades anymore. He always just looks at me like, please. Let's see what he does. Usually he gives me like the praying hands. I love how he like talks to himself. For the first time ever, I got the Kojima tar attack. It scared the crap out of me. That should just be the thumbnail. He's so cute. Okay. Yeah, we'll do all of our business. We'll let poor Sam have a moment.
Nice.
I can't believe that Hideo is mine. Good lord. Okay. So there's the first one. We'll do the second one. We'll shower, and then we will go to the mountains. Has anyone watched that show? I have never seen it. I just got monetized for the first, well, sort of. I have enough followers to be like do super chats, I think. So we're gonna instantly get demonetized by Norman Reedus's butt on camera. Sam? Oh, I didn't know I could move the camera. Sam? Oh my god, we're gonna get demonetized.
EX grenade number 0.
Badass will need your
10?
money. Pervert.
That's crazy that made 10 grenades. This poor guy hasn't showered in weeks.
Have you get the Higgs nightmare yet? I just want to say it isn't him, it is Emily dressed up as him.
I have I think I got it on the PS4, but it's been a really long time since I've got that nightmare. Oh yeah, I think I read these earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna do the Mountaineer, the Doctor, and maybe the Spiritualist, if I think that I can handle it. Right. So let's get out of here. Maybe. There we go. It's like I can't get it to trigger. I don't even remember where I'm at. I don't remember where I went to sleep at. I was gonna skip today because I was feeling kind of like, I don't know, I just didn't have the focus today. But then I was like, no, I miss Sam Porter Bridges, so it's like we're gonna do a short one.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons.
Let's see if we've got anything for the doctor, the mountaineer. Nothing. We'll go ahead and send some robots out anyway.
I once talked to someone who mentioned that the spiritualist might explain what is going on with the beach in DS2.
Yeah, I think so. I read her emails and they were really interesting. She basically got, I can't remember what it was that we give her. I think it was what the Mountaineer was talking about like yesterday. But we give her something and then she's able to use that to travel to the beach, which sounds to me like, fragile almost. She's like, oh, I could see the moon and I was able to see like the beach. So I definitely think the spiritualist should be in the next one. We know the cosplayer is. And if the cosplayer is in the next one and the spiritualist is like the same, they're like twins, I think. That would be cool. Oh, poop. Did I do that on a standard order or a robot order? Oh, I don't want to do that. I wanted to do this as a robot order. Oh, we almost made a mistake. That's how I had like 100 packages for Elder the other day, and it looked really goofy. Alright, let's go find some packages. It's been telling me that my footwear needs to be changed for like four live streams. These boots are the boots that keep on giving. There's 2 for the doctor. I'm gonna go get those. Maybe we can max the doctor out. Why is my burrito? Oh, I guess because it's so cold. I was like, is there a ghost around? I'm glad I got on. Like, a lot of you guys were already, like, here. That's exciting. This must be a good time. I love the people that put down these, like, shiny bridges. They're my favorite.
Hey, move.
There's one for the doctor. We finished the roboticist, which is awesome, so we don't have to worry about that.
Thumbs up.
Nice. Like it. I can't wait to see who the new, like, preppers are in Death Stranding 2. That's what I'm excited about. Like, who are we gonna see? We've got the MC and Conan. And we've seen 2 preppers in the trailer, but you know, there's probably so many more people that we'll get that we just don't know about. Do you guys have any guesses? I keep thinking like Nicolas Cage needs to show up just for like the jokes. Odyssey. You know, one of the things that I need to figure out is like, what am I gonna do once Death Stranding 2 is out? Like, am I just gonna live stream? Or should I like still post videos about like the story? I don't really know. That's something like I feel like I need to ask for ideas on. Like, what do people want to see once the game comes out? I think I'll go ahead and drop these off and see how many likes we get. Oop. I'm super excited for Sam's new model too. It just looks, I don't know, it looks more like him. The motion capture is so good in this next game. Oh, not my feet. Oh, do I not have any backup shoes? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. About to be like, oopsie. These are like the best shoes in the game. So there are bodices, chemicals, distribution center, collector, chemicals.
Restrictions lifted.
Try not to fall down this hill.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Oh wait, there's a locker right here. Let's see if anybody's got any stuff for the doctor.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I will take some chiral boots. That would be a good
I'm
thing.
wondering why Fragile and the others are worried about Terralium causing madness.
Yeah, have you noticed all of their outfits have like chiral sensing fabric? Like they have little taglines on them. I think it's a lot worse. I'm really thinking, people keep saying we're going to Antarctica, but I don't think so. I think the reason we can see the northern lights and stuff is just how bad the contamination is. I think it's like messing up the atmosphere. I think Tuesday I have a video coming out called like saying that the chiral stuff, like the big tar that Sam walks into, um, that it's, I think it has something to do with like Wi-Fi or radio waves. It looks like when you take a voice memo, the way that the lines go up and down to show like if you're talking quieter or louder, that's what it looks like. And internet is just radio waves. So I'm kind of like, is that something that's happening maybe?
Road building time.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do the three preppers first, and then my partner's coming home, and it's funny because I was like, "Do you care if I live stream?" And they were like, "No, I don't care." But they may feel awkward if I'm like sitting here live streaming. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'll be on for an hour. So I might finish my roads. Look at my beautiful roads. They are all done except for that little piece, like the one by the red right here, the orange little piece, and then this piece. I'm so proud. We're almost finished. But I'm gonna try to 5-star the doctor, drop something off with a mountaineer, and maybe go to the spiritualist if I have enough time. That's kind of my goal for today. If you were here yesterday, you guys would have seen me. I died about 4 times, but I learned how to use the strand and
the side effect, is it worth it to travel through the torrent the seam?
right? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. Died 3 times, learned how to use the strand, love the shotgun. I used it yesterday and I really had a good time with it. So whoever told me to get the shotgun, you were right. It was amazing. Okay, that's Aaron Hill. That's the Mountaineer. We'll take that. It took me a while to figure out how to use the strand. I was not getting it yesterday. It took me a little bit to figure out exactly how to make it work. I could parry, but then I couldn't tie anybody up, so I finally figured that out. So it looks like the strand is a big thing in the next game, so I would like to be better at it.
Do you have any ideas on what Fragile is hiding?
I do. So let me mute my game because it's so loud for my TV. Hopefully you can still hear me. If for some reason you can't hear me talking, let me know. I think that Fragile is hiding. Okay, so you know how in Death Stranding 1, Amelie and Die Hard Man basically get together and decide that they're gonna lie. Okay, good. They're gonna lie to Sam and tell him that Amelie's in trouble because the only way he's gonna save America is if there's a damsel in distress. And that's how he even gets, you know, to the end of the first game, is only because he cares about Amelie. I'm wondering if they know what happened to Lou and know how to get her back, and they're lying to him so that he will do whatever it is, go towards whatever goal that Fragile and whoever need, in order to like save the world or whatever. And he's gonna find out that like Lou was never in trouble, or like that Lou was okay the whole time, and he's gonna be like, I was alone this whole time, because he's gonna be the only one that didn't know what was going on. I'm almost confident. I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, holy crap, that was the whole first game. Sam thought one thing and thought he had to save his sister, but really they just had him do it so that they could manipulate him. And now I'm worried that they're using Lou like they used Amelie to get him back, because I think he's gonna be like, no way, I'm not gonna help you guys. Like, I have a baby, I don't want to get back out. And I think they're gonna trick him with Lou to get him back out there. And then I think like halfway when he gets to Higgs, I think Higgs is gonna be like, "You're still in the dark. Like, didn't you know? Like, I'm on your side. Nobody told you." And he's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" And all of a sudden, he's gonna understand that like Fragile and Higgs and all of them are like manipulating him. Maybe not in a bad way. Like maybe it's because they need him to save the world, but I think that's what's going to happen. I have this weird gut feeling from all the stuff that we're seeing. And he likes to repeat stories, so I think that he might have Sam having to go after someone, a damsel in distress, which is Lou, and at the end of it, you find out like she was never really in any danger. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? That's my new theory.
Delivering cargo.
When in doubt, trust Higgs to be the honest one.
I know, and I believe that Higgs, as far as I'm aware, has never lied to us. So I think that we're gonna find out that we're being manipulated, and maybe we'll like it. Maybe we'll get to the end and be like, it was worth it. But I think like halfway through, we're gonna be like reluctant allies, and we're gonna fight some bigger problem. Oh, it was a stone fragment. That's what we take to the spiritualist. Man, man, man. So we still are not, we still need quite a bit more for him. I guess we could do the spiritualist, but I'm just not willing to do that yet because I don't have zip lines set up for them. Anything for the doctor? Anything like that? Let's see. So this is like finding stuff for the mountaineer. I guess I could do that. We'll do this one first because I feel like this is when I died last time. I like fell off a
Also,
hill.
it is strange that Fragile left Fragile Express after 11 months after trying to rebuild her and its reputation.
And like, you know, excuse me. Fragile is kind of weird to me right now. I don't think she's gonna be a bad guy, but I do think she knows something and she's trying to like get Sam to understand. But like I feel like Fragile is smart and knows that Sam isn't gonna listen to her. Um it just feels like
Fragile will be misled.
yeah, like I could totally see that. But then again, Fragile talked with Higgs on the beach at the end of Death Stranding 1, and whatever he said was enough for her not to kill him, to leave him there. And I would not be surprised if somehow she talked to Amelie, or that's a little crazy of me. I don't actually think she talked to Amelie, but I just feel like she knows something. She's figured something out, and she is just trying to help us figure it out too. Of course, I want to be realistic. I don't want to like make up any crazy stuff. So I just keep thinking like, what could Fragile be doing that would make sense in the game? I don't think she would hurt Sam on purpose. So whatever she's doing, there's got to be a reason. and a good reason, because I also don't, I hope Hideo wouldn't have Fragile and Sam be in a relationship and then have Fragile be a bad person. That would upset me. I'd be mad, because I feel like Fragile has always tried to be good to Sam. I forgot we had stuff for the doctor on our back.
Order assigned.
I think I'm a little scared too. I'm just scared in general. I don't want any of the characters to be bad people all of a sudden, but you know, Hideo, like, he's not afraid to make characters bad. If he thinks it'll make a good game, he will make them do things that we wouldn't think of, I think. I'm gonna go get these packages for the Mountaineer that I see down here really quick.
Emily doesn't like Fragile, and sometimes the love interest does have their own intentions, even though.
Yeah, you know, I always thought that was really a weird clip.
I could see it happening in a big way this time, where a main character might die.
Oh, no, not evil Higgs. I'm so worried. I'm hoping he'll be a good guy for once. I feel really guilty when people are like, who's your favorite character? And I'm like, the terrorist. Like, I need him to be redeemed so I can feel a little less guilty. But I'm also like, sometimes it can be fun to just have a character who's just a turd. But he also said, like, he brought him back because everybody liked him. And I'm like, so what is he gonna do? Is he gonna make him better? Is he gonna make him, like, more of a villain? Or better? I just don't know. I'm a little nervous. That was the first thing that I kind of thought when Death Stranding first came out. I was like, oh, I hope they don't, you know, ruin characters that we love. I quit Star Wars, like, cold turkey. Ooh, don't fall off there. Like, when I felt like they kind of ruined Kylo Ren. Because I was happy. I was happy he got redemption. It's probably, like, controversial take. He looks nervous. Yeah, and, like, see, in Star Wars, Kylo Ren meets this person who changes his outlook, and he redeems himself, and then he gets killed off, which really was upsetting. And I feel like Higgs has this whole... He seems different. He's not wearing the chiral mask. He's probably not contaminated by chiral poisoning anymore. So he's probably thinking a little bit clearer. But I mean, I wouldn't think that would make him less of, like, a bad guy. He could still want to take over, like, the industry, but maybe he wouldn't be so bad to people, you know, like... It kind of was frustrating to see how bad he was to Fragile in the first game. Because it's like, there's a difference between being really bad to, like, robots and businesses, and being really bad to your friend. It didn't show me the last word. Hooked up to those what?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Oh, do you mean to the baby doll? I bet that's what you said.
All weapons will be locked until departure.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I really feel like there's a big chance for Higgs to be, like, an industrial villain, if that makes sense. Because I totally think he should try to take over the world, you know, and, like, be the new economically bad person. But I just hope that he'll still help Sam out, because they kind of had a weird relationship at the end. Like, Sam laughs at Higgs' joke in their final fight. They kind of seem like they're both in similar places. I'm hoping that Higgs gets like sort of a child in DS2, and maybe they can both like become better people, I hope. Sam might just become worse though, which I would also like. I would like to see a dad like Sam absolutely lose it. Like, you've taken his kid, he has nothing left to lose, he has no family.
Wanted to help people.
Yeah, like that was a big thing. So I'm hoping he'll get closer to that, even if he's not totally good. And I kind of hope that, I hope that Sam's kind of evil. That's like a controversial thing, but I think it would be great to see Sam, because he no longer has Lou, be super angry and like take that out on people. Because like I feel like that would be really realistic. You've lost everything that you care about, and now you're out for vengeance. That's what I think Sam would be doing. That's what I'd be doing if someone took my baby. And if he's like his dad, like father like son, Cliff literally like changed the world, changed the beach to get back to Sam. Oh my gosh, I can't get to my boo. I should have moved those. What a bummer. Why did I set these up like that? I feel like the last time I came up here, I was trying to make the zip lines and I messed them up.
Strand and stick together, and who do we know that fits that imaginary squinting face with tongue?
I know. As soon as they said together for tomorrow, rope and stick, I was like, we are teaming up. Like, we are so back. I also think... Okay, here's another thing. Wait, does that pause it when I do that? I also kind of think that Fragile might be lying to Sam to get Higgs and Sam to work together. And that's the lie. Because she might be the one that understands that she needs both of them to, like, save tomorrow or the world, whatever we think that means. And, like, she might just be, like, playing both sides to get them to work together. I could totally see that. Which, I don't know, I'm just a big believer. I think Fragile and Higgs are working together. And I don't even know that it has to be for, like, evil. It just seems weird to me. Because she has his golden mask at the end of the game. If she wanted to go back to the beach and save him or get him off the beach, she could. And then for him to be, like, looking at Sam kind of sheepishly, like he's almost kind of embarrassed to see him or, like, isn't really sure what he should say, that just gives me such, like, what are you hiding? Like, why are you acting like that? He was so cocky in the first game. I just feel like he knows something. And there are some, which this is kind of spoilers. Is there anybody that, like, doesn't want me to talk about the behind the scenes pictures? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. And I will not talk about it. Let's make sure I'm going the right way. You got like 5 seconds before I start talking about behind the scenes spoilers if you don't want to hear spoilers. Okay, so it sounds like we're okay with spoilers. If not, mute your television for like 15 seconds. So one of the things that
she went back, she was defending him and explaining Amelie's intentions.
Yes, yeah, I think so. I think so. There's a thing where the Higgs actor is doing his voice lines, and you can see a photo of like I'm not sure what you call it, but like like a storyboard. There's a storyboard, and basically I can't think and play, but the storyboard shows a photo of someone on the ship with Fragile, and I literally blew it up, like colored it, tried to draw over it. It's either Sam wearing Higgs's guitar, or it's Higgs on the ship holding, I think, a BB. Um, and so I mean, at some point, we know Higgs is on the ship because he's with Tomorrow in the trailer, but I'm pretty sure that Higgs is on the ship with us, like, at the halfway point in the game. So I think he's, like, part of the crew at that point. Or at least working with us. It's always funny, the stream, like, updates and tells me, like, how many people are watching, and it's really weird. It'll go from, like, 11 to 2 to, like, 10 to, like, 1, but I don't actually think that many people are coming in and out. I think YouTube's crazy. I think there's probably, like, 5 of us that are enjoying this, watching me fall. Did you guys see the new magazine artwork with Tomorrow and Rainy and Sam and Dollman and all of them? I like want to know what's on Rainy's arm. Oh, please don't fall, Sam. She has like a bracelet that I haven't seen in the actual previews. And I'm like, is that the same thing as like Fragile's bracelet? It looks different. It has like 3 little, like almost like, they look like balls or like ornaments on there. I'm kind of curious, like, why does Rainy have a bracelet? Thank God whoever put these climbing ropes down. They are nice people. Let's see if I can get it. Yay! Let's see how much this gives us.
It is so interesting about how much Higgs's presence is being felt throughout the trailer so far, or maybe that's just me.
Yeah, not only is like his presence in the trailer like constant, but I mean, I think he's going to be a huge part of the game. It wouldn't surprise me if we get to play as Higgs after the first half of the game, because they talk a lot about like he's going to make people crazy, like we're going to be so excited, and we know that he has like the giant guitar sword, And we see Fragile use that at some point, so I think it'd be really neat if we got to play as a different character, like halfway through.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Crossed fingers, playable Higgs chapter please.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people keep saying, oh, I want to play, like, tomorrow's going to be playable. I seriously think it's going to be Fragile and Higgs. I think we'll get to, and maybe even Hartman, because, you know, he's in control of the Magellan guy at some point.
Thank you for coming. This is
And, like, how cool would it be if we get to play as, like, each of the characters at some point, like, near the end of the game, or get to be them in memories? Like, Resident Evil did that, and you got to be, like, Ada in one of the memories. You got to be Claire. That would be freaking awesome if we could be at least one of the other players, at least once in the game.
oh well. It's been a pleasure.
Good work. New order available.
Oh, you're gonna love Power Gloves. They provide a major boost to arm and grip strength. If you're scaling a cliff with a rope, you'll be able to make your way to the top a lot faster. You'll also notice a difference when lifting heavy cargo. And that's not all. Ever take a tumble down a steep slope? You probably tried to slow your descent with your hands. Well, just promise me you...
Do you guys, like, is there a difference between the Silver Hand and the Power Glove? I'm not really sure, like, which one is better. Is it just one is cooler?
Order assigned.
I seriously
Delivering
need
cargo.
someone to make that meme of SpongeBob that's like, I'm a head out, and I need it to be with
Continued
Sam.
support. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you. Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I was really wanting to ride this down the hill, but that did not work.
About ready to drop.
Pretty sure Sam is gonna die before we get to this cargo.
Allow.
So I'm pretty sure if we go down here, I'm gonna trigger those freaking BTs that we fought like 4 times the other day. So get ready for that. I'm sure that's gonna happen.
curious if you noticed this as well about how Amelie only gets involved with between Higgs and Fragile because they were doing better th.
Yeah, I think it's funny in the book because she basically doesn't even want Higgs until she gets like nervous about Higgs and Fragile working together. Which I'm thinking maybe Fragile Express, I mean, her parents were the ones that basically stopped the bridge baby experiments from happening. So maybe Amelie was, because she is Bridget, maybe she was trying to get back at them, but also like undermine Fragile in some way. I definitely think there's more to that story. There's got to be some reason that she hurt Fragile, because I think it's less that she wanted Higgs and more that she knew that if she took Higgs, that would hurt people. It would hurt Fragile. It would hurt, the terror, or it would help the terrorists. They would get someone who people knew and trusted. Like the veteran porter talks about, people trusted Higgs. And I think like he is that kind of person that he's a good speaker. I could see him being an easy person to follow. And to like an easy person to convince you, but then he gets, crazy because he starts wearing the mask and stuff. But I just wonder if it's all gonna go back to Bridget versus like Fragile's parents, and I still think Bridget has something to do with Higgs. Like I think he was like a failed BB, or he was supposed to be a BB, or the Amelie has something to do with him. Like I think he's going to be the kid that we saw in the behind the scenes. I really think she's been messing with his head since the beginning. I can't believe we made it through that entire graveyard and didn't get attacked.
Same here, I theorized she visited him in his dreams like Sam.
I absolutely think she did. I think when she split from Bridget and they became two different people, Bridget was fairly young. I mean, young enough that people believed her when she said she had a baby. So, I mean, if we're going off of like normal, what people judge women on, she had to be under 40, so maybe 30s. Um, and then that would make sense that Amelie would, look the age that she did. And so I'm kind of like, at what point did they separate? Do they have different brain functions, if that makes sense? Like, are they separate people once the Ka and the Ha split? Mama wasn't, but Mama and Lochna were. And so it's like, it feels like Amelie and Bridget share the same brain, like they are the same person. We see a lot of that overlapping imagery. But it would be interesting if Bridget or Amelie had their own thing that they were doing, and we find out that, like, maybe one of them was, like Amelie was visiting Higgs as a kid, and like maybe Bridget didn't know that. it'd be interesting just to see if they do anything with that. Of course, I want to know if Fragile was ever visited or if she knows something else, because we know that she forgot her mother at age 12. She says she doesn't know her mother, she can't remember her. Stuff like that's interesting, you know, how trauma affects the brain in that game. And so it's like, did she really forget or was she made to forget? You know, because Sam forgot all of his memories until he hooked up to a BB.
You alright? Yeah, right.
By the way, I'm gonna head to the doctor over here, give him his stuff, see if he's got anything for the Mountaineer, and then go back to the Mountaineer. And I think we're gonna have him 5-starred. Speaking of Fragile and Higgs, if you guys know the lore, her daughter is her daughter. The reason that she adopted her is because the Cairo artist's daughter was attacked by terrorists or thugs, basically, and they killed her parents. And then she forgets about it because trauma. And then like years later they meet again and they fall in love, and the Cairo artist's mom is like, he's a bad man, you don't need to be with him. And the Cairo artist is like, why, I love him. And then anyway, her mom's like, by the way, he killed your parents. And then she's like, love can change it all, I love her, I love him. And then they get married. So we could totally have um like a Fragile Higgs get together, because we saw it with like the Cairo artist and the junkyard guy.
What?
OMG, did you not know about the Cairo artist and the Cairo artist mom? That's my favorite Death Stranding lore. Like, absolutely insane. Like, he literally gets involved with some terrorists. Yeah, I can't remember if they're terrorists at that point or if they're just, I think they call them a gang. And he, like, literally kills that girl's parents. And then she gets adopted, and then he tries to get out of the gang, but the Cairo artist's mom is like, I can't take you both. And so he goes off to become the junk dealer to like take care of himself and make money. And that's the reason that they don't both live with the Cairo artist's mom, who's just a lady that adopted her.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Like, is that not the most insane lore?
Restrictions lifted.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, and so like that's like my biggest reason for why, like, when people are like, oh, Fragile Higgs would never happen, I'm like, I mean, to each their own. I totally get that he's a terrorist and he was bad to her, but you know, it's a video game. So I'm like, I could totally see Kojima being like, actually, they're in love and they have been forever, and this is their story. And I'd be like, what?
Restrictions lifted.
Of course, she is kissing Sam in the trailer, but Sam's also getting Higgs's tentacle tongue, so who knows if either of those scenes are real or if they're both like dream sequences. We never know.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Kojima loves messy and twisted relationships, family and otherwise.
And that's like just the one that I know about, because like that's one that I've played through and I've researched. That doesn't even count probably like the spiritualist, and then there's like a writer's kid that I haven't got to yet. So I'm sure there's more like crazy connections.
I do so enjoy. Even though.
Good work. New order available. Please access
MGS has similar relationships.
information.
The other thing that I think is kind of funny,
In the game embody Kojima lol.
yes, for real. Well, and you know what's funny is like at first, whenever Fragile's mom was like, Peter, you're my son, so she's your sister. And I was like, oh my God, here we go again. Every time I think someone would be a cute couple, the creators make them like siblings, but I'm also like, he does that in all his games. I think he just enjoys the idea of like relationships not being normal and also not being like they don't fit into boxes. Like Sam has a sister mom and Lou has like a ghost dad and Cliff has a ghost dad. I mean, Sam has a ghost dad and a still mother, and now Fragile has a dead parent and like a brother terrorist extinction entity herald.
While
Like
calling him an
they're
asshole
so
and a
crazy.
sacrifice.
I know. I don't like her, which is bad of me to say, but I feel like Bridget and Coffin are the
Kojima does
same
love his
people.
fucked up families with complete dysfunction.
Yes, that's why I'm kind of like, they're all gonna be on the Magellan together. They're all gonna be friends because they're all screwed up. Like, they're gonna be a little band of misfits. And I don't know, I'm the kind of person that just loves like a crazy story, so even if it is super messy and like just insane, I'm gonna be like, this is great, no matter what. This may have been a bad decision. I don't know if we're gonna be able to carry all this. We do have zip lines, but I hope this will fit on my carrier. We've made a terrible mistake.
What do you think about the theory of Higgs giving Amelie her dream catcher since she can't bring items from the beach?
You are speaking to my heart right now. So I think that the Kipu, we obviously know that is Sam's, and he made that and gave it to Amelie. I absolutely think Higgs made the Dreamcatcher because if you look at his model where he has fake Kipus on them, on his model, they look like the Dreamcatcher. I absolutely think that Sam has Higgs's Dreamcatcher and that Higgs has his Kipu, and that's how they keep finding each other.
Pleading face little Peter making a dream catcher because he couldn't do much in his bunker.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated.
Not to
Time limit set.
mention, like, you know, it makes sense that Sam would have this expensive golden chiral necklace that he was able to make because he was the president's son, and Higgs only having access to a tiny bit of like beryllium or whatever that gold stuff is and making it out of string. I think that represents like his childhood and how he grew up. You know what's really interesting about that, though? If Higgs knows that the Kipu is Sam's, you know, and I think he probably does. And Higgs probably, if that's his dream catcher, he would know that that's his dream catcher. But Sam wouldn't know that. And it's kind of like interesting to think about it in that context, that the thing that Sam holds so close to him might be Higgs's. It's not even Amelie's. You know, that would be crazy to find out. Especially because, like, in the trailer, there's two dream catchers, and we assume one of them is, like, Lou's. And it's like, oh, he made one for Lou. And he's obsessed with old stuff, like the Egyptians, and I totally think the dream catcher is Higgs's. Because why would Amelie have that? It doesn't make any sense. She's definitely not going to be making dream catchers on the beach. And, you know, if she told little child Higgs that she was having nightmares, wouldn't it be interesting if Higgs made that for her as a gift to try to help her not be scared, just like Sam gave her that so that she wouldn't feel alone? Which would be so sad, because it would just be two little boys trying to make someone they love feel better and not know that that person is manipulating them and, you know, gonna be the reason their life is sad later.
Higgs understanding nightmares outside of Dewey's.
Yeah, because he grew up in such a bad place. So true. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if we can 5-star this guy real quick. And then I'll probably end it here. My partner's actually almost done making dinner because they're awesome. And I'll probably stop for today and then probably be back on Monday. But let's see if we can get
Just
this guy
thought about this. The
5-starred.
dream catcher is small, sure that probably doesn't mean anything, but still.
No. I I think the I even if it is small, Hideo has dropped like the most important lore. I feel like in like letters before that like no one's even opened, like the Higgs letters and stuff. So I think it could be so small
Thanks for
and mean
dropping
a
by.
lot.
It sure is good to see you.
Give me my 5 stars, please. Please let me be done. And then I'll take your stone thingy to the spiritualist. An A? Not even a super? How rude. Oh, I got the golden toadstool. Wow, that's unfortunate. Oh, these are the bots. Okay, that makes a little more sense. I was like, I really thought I did okay. Yay! One day I'm gonna get that part of the star filled out.
By the way, I got you a little something. It's not much, but if it makes your...
Hey, good evening, great stream.
Oh, well. It's been a pleasure. Good work. New order
Thank you,
available.
thank you.
Please
I
access
hope that you've
delivery
been
terminal
in for
for further
a little
information.
while because I am unfortunately about to end it. I'm so sorry if you just got here. We have 5-starred the Mountaineer, which is exciting. We're almost done with the Doctor, and we did the Roboticist yesterday. We got them 5-starred. And then we're going to try for the Spiritualist on Monday, which we haven't even started her yet, so I bet that'll take us a while.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
Okay, I think I'll rest in this shelter, and then we'll start from... Oh wait, I have to do it from the menu. I always think I should just be able to, like, walk in there. So let's rest here, just so that we are healthy when we come back, and we're not half dead. And then I'll save here, and we'll call it a day.
Tell you is really got lots of roads. Congrats. See you Monday.
Yes, yeah, check out the roads.
Kojima is giving his staff a stick of ideas.
The roads are finally... I'm only missing, like, one little piece of the road, that part, and then this part.
To use post his death.
I know. I feel so bad for Kojima. He's so worried about dying. I think he got so scared during COVID, which totally understandable. It's super scary when something like that happens. I feel really terrible for him though, that he's really thinking about like his death in such a way. And that's kind of why he's making Death Stranding 2. I think he talked a lot about how it is like a representation of how he feels about death and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. But I think with that, we'll call it a day, and I will see you guys on Monday, and you guys will have a video come out tomorrow about the gameplay footage. I think it's like the first minute or so of the gameplay footage, but you know that I like to talk a lot, so it's like a 40-minute video. So have fun with that, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye!
I think the second game will delve into grief in a much bigger way. Take care, Ambyes. Thank you, smiling face with smiling eyes. Face red heart shape.